with another video. And yeah, so I know I said I wasn't gonna go back to Salem, but I figured since today's the last day of it, might as well come back and film again. Basically getting the rides that we didn't really get to from Monday. But before we get started, make sure you guys do subscribe. And yeah, so right now we're on a lightning delay, go figure, like it was last time. But yeah, that's to be expected because it's really hot outside, and honestly I'm not surprised whatsoever. It never fails. It's like the same thing with Buckhead. It rains, it storms, it does whatever. So yeah, this is the intro. Hopefully we're able to do like two-way. Hopefully. But like I said, we're under a lightning delay, so I don't know how long it's gonna take. They might actually go ahead and close the fair. It will not hurt my film's none, but yeah. nighttime. We're gonna start off over here and then we're gonna work our way up to the rides. So this is pretty much the last day of Salem Fair of 2025. We'll see Degler in Fredericksburg in a couple of weeks. So yeah, over here you got your food stands. I know I said that I wasn't gonna come back, but I had to come back for more. Like, so far everything has been fine, but however I've been seeing people with GoPro cameras that has the GoPro tripod and the strap thing, so I think that's kind of unfair, but it's whatever. There's the merry-go-round, candy tower that goes to Fredericksburg. Yeah, check out Wave Swinger, like the lighting package on Wave Swinger. I mean, look at that, ain't it a beauty? Yeah, so I've been kind of trying to get more footage at night, but I haven't really had time to because they close at 10. You would think, it being the last night, you think they at least stay open till 11, but unfortunately they're not. There's the Fun House, Atlanta's Fun House. I think that also goes to Fredericksburg, which I think it's made like New York, New York. Yeah, so I'm kind of glad that the Salem Fair is over with, because next week I'm taking the week off. Well, not really taking the week off, but of going to a fair, because I'm kind of exhausted. And plus, with work on top of that, it's kind of
that's the prize for the winner, guys. That is
where to go? Typhoon.
That's on in.
Giant Wheel. Yeah, check out Hydra at night. But yeah, I'm gonna do the full version of Salem Fair, don't worry. And also I'm gonna combine it with Buchanan. That will probably be out within a couple of days, so stay tuned. Bumper cars, tornado, copyrighted music, go figure, food stand, Music Express, Riptide. Yeah. But like I said, I'm gonna try to do like I did for the past couple of years, combine Salem and Buchanan together. Yeah. I see things, which I think that's new, because I don't remember seeing that before. You got Haunted Mansion, C-Ray at the corner. Yeah. So, don't worry, for the video on Monday, I'm going to be explaining what happened at Salem Fair. So stay tuned for that video. Straightforward, Odyssey, Cliffhanger. If people can walk faster, I can get this done quicker, but people want to take their time. And I'm in a hurry. Like, I'm in a hurry to get things done. It done gotten crowded through here. There's Odyssey. Oh my. Oh my. Storm, Kokomo, Zero Gravity. Alright, I'm gonna go in a second. Too much people. That must be new, because I don't remember seeing that. Which I think it is. And then that bubble thing. Not bubble thing, but roll ice cream. People. Thank you. Got the Century Wheel. Your standard games on this side, more games over here. Zero Gravity over there.
Do I see any more champions on the midway? 2 players to start the race. Grab the seat, grab gun.
Super Shot. And of course, right across from that is the Zephyr. So yeah, yeah, that pretty much concludes the Salem Fair 2025. The tour at nighttime. So, yeah, wasn't it with the zipper?